What is up, guys? NJPV back again once again for another tier list, and today, because Legends Arceus was released last week, we're going to be looking at the entire Pokemon Legends Arceus Pokedex. I'm not going to be playing it on the channel. I have been playing it on my own, and it is a very, very good game. Not a game, not an easy game in the slightest. There's a lot of changes. Which I'll probably talk about in this video as well, and this will be our sort of Legends Arceus rundown. I haven't even completed the game yet, so for me there's still a lot of surprises in store. But yeah, this is going to be the first video properly back for 2022. I know we had the gym leader rematches in our Shining Pearl Limit Lock at the end of January. This is going to be our first proper video for 2022, focused on Legends Arceus, before we head into our next installment of the Generation Lock. So as you can see, we have goated, amazing, decent, bang average, needs improving, and garbage. I believe they're in National Dex order, but I've put them up so that Pichu is with the Pichu line, etc. So yeah, Legends Arceus is really, really good. There's lots of things that I think, yeah, we just put them in there, right? Like the bang average, Clefairy line's pretty good. So as you can see, yeah, there is a Alolan Vulpix and Ninetales in the game. I haven't come across it yet. I haven't even done the second Noble Pokemon. If you didn't know what the Nobles are, basically they're just frenzy Pokemon. To be fair, I don't even know the entirety of the story, so I don't know why they're frenzied, but yeah. I'd say these two, bang average. But we do love a bit of Alolan Vulpix and Ninetales. Zubat, decent always. Crobat's a goated one. Yeah. So obviously the battle style in Legends Arceus has changed quite a lot as well. With your agile strong styles, but also the battle mechanics and things like that. They've been introduced now. This is the first new Pokemon. For me, I think Hisui and Growlithe is bang average, but I think Hisui and Arcanine is quite decent actually. I do like it. Abra. So yeah, the battle mechanics, they've introduced Frostbite instead of Frozen, which is essentially a burn, but on the special side, and it replaces Frozen, so you can still move, but your special attack gets lowered, I believe, instead of your there's actually a lot of Pokemon here which I haven't even seen in Legends Arceus yet. I think I've seen about 70 odd Pokemon, and there's 250 odd, I think. We usually like Tentacle on this channel, but not at the moment. Actually, no, put that there. Geodudes can definitely come in here. Abra can come down here. So you can chop and choke. But yeah, they've got rid of stats as well. Like they've changed up the whole stat system. EVs, IVs. It's all gone. I'm pretty sure. We do like a Magnemite. Not that I've come across one, but we do like Ghastly. I actually really like the way Ghastly looks in Legends Arceus as well. I think it's really, really good. That's probably going to go in there. So yeah, the whole way in how the battle works is vastly differs from the more mainline games, shall we say? Yeah, because if this is a mainline game, but it's not a contemporary mainline game, I guess, in that sense. Ooh, Hisui and Voltorb and Electrode. I think they're bang. I don't like Electrode as much. I think Electrode needs improving. There's nothing horrific so far. But yeah, Legends Arceus, I guess you can say, is the first non-contemporary mainline game, like your Red, Blue, Sword, Shield type vibes. And yeah, the battle system is very, very different in the fact that it's because the stats have been changed up, the actual Pokemon battles within the game can lead to you losing maybe 2-3 Pokemon without even getting to put a move in. If you haven't got the right stats. So yeah, it's very obviously I don't think that the stat system will stay in. Also, as well as the frostbite, they changed sleep to something called drowsiness. Obviously, we know Yawn used to get drowsy, so I imagine that sleep could change to drowsiness. I think that could actually be a very good way of keeping it so that you're not missing goes with if you're frozen or asleep. I think what they're doing with the stats status effects is very, very good. What they're doing with the actual Pokemon themselves, I think, is less so. I don't think. Yeah, I'm not such a fan of how the stats work. Obviously, I'm not very far in the game, so I haven't encountered it too much. But I've been watching other people, and obviously, I watched a video that Wolfie made, the competitive player, and he was just talking about the battle system because obviously he's a very competitive player. And I think even from a Nuzlocke standpoint, it makes this game way harder to Nuzlocke because you could just lose 3 Pokemon without it even being your fault, just because a Pokemon's faster than you. Also, the levels don't seem to make too much of a difference in terms of damage. Why have I put Scyther in there? Scyther is decent. So here we are with our next new Pokemon, Kleavor. I actually quite like it. Not as much as Scizor, but I do rather like it. I think it's up there with Hisui and Arcanine for me. But yeah, the fact that you could say lead in with the wrong Pokemon, because it's just whichever Pokemon you've been tossing out for wilds or the trees, etc., to get your materials. That's your leads. You can't like physically change the lead because you're never too sure when a battle's actually going to commence in Legends Arceus, just because they are very rare almost. And I think because of that, it makes it very difficult to plan for battles in that sense. And overall, it's just very challenging to get your head around the battle system. Obviously, the fast Pokemon are going to be your absolute top priority because they'll be able to hit multiple times in a row a lot of the time. If you can Agile Style as well, then you could potentially even hit 3 times in a row. Because you could do your first one, and if you already have 2, then you can go Agile Style, get another one straight back. So the fact that you could potentially hit 3 moves in a row without the opponent hitting 1 is absolutely outrageous, in my opinion. Because you could wipe out half their team before the battles even started, realistically. So yeah, I'm hoping that for future games that doesn't stay. But I would like to see the frostbite stay at the very least. The drowsiness, I could live with it going. That's not too big for me. I think sleep is actually better for both competitive and nuzlocking the game. I think having the ability to put a Pokemon to sleep and know that it's going to sleep for at least 1 turn is quite good in my opinion. We like a bit of Leafeon here, and we also like a bit of Jolteon. So yeah, I think the battle system, although it's changed, it's interesting, but for me, I'm hoping that it doesn't stay for the long run, apart from the frostbite. I think the frostbite would be a really, really good enhancement to the game. I think they had some new weather updates as well and things like that. And I know the alpha Pokemon have instant stat boost. They're like totem Pokemon, I feel like. Towards the latter end of the Gen 7 games anyway, when they had +1, +2 boosts. So now, Cyndaquil. Cyndaquil actually looks really good in the game with the fire coming out. I haven't seen Quilava, but I imagine it's similar. Typhlosion, for me, is a little disappointing. I think Typhlosion and Samurott obviously had the highest ceilings in terms of design. I think this Decidueye was already a very, very good Pokemon design-wise. So I'm going to put it in decent. I don't think it's superb. It's definitely an improvement on the previous Typhlosion, but they could have done a lot more with it, I feel like. But yeah, Legends Arceus has been it's been quite a good game for me so far. I've only done 1 noble Pokemon. So I'm yet to see the full effects of the game. If you didn't know, there is actually a guaranteed shiny coded into the game, which is quite nice. It's the first time since Gen 5, I believe. So you can get yourself a shiny Ponyta. I think I'm a few levels away from getting a Rapidash off of it. We like Yanma. And there we go. So yeah, essentially you just need to accept a request from the blackboard, and that's pretty much all you have to do to get the Ponyta, really. Yeah, what I did is just save before. If you save before any encounter, then you can always just reset as long as you have autosave off. So that's not too much of an issue, you know. We love Gligar and Gliscor. Now this was a very interesting Pokemon. I didn't think Quillfish would ever get such treatment. The fact they didn't give Dunsparce anything has still pissed me off. But I do quite like it. I actually really like it. I think because I wasn't expecting it, I think makes it the best one so far. And it's also just a very interesting design. You know, it's almost gone to the puffer stage of being like in Finding Nemo with the underwater mines and things like that. So I think it's quite a very interesting concept in my idea. Likewise, the Hisuian Sneasel was an interesting choice, and then obviously this is called Sneasler, I believe. I don't like it as much as Weavile. I can't lie. It does look a little odd, but again, super happy that was there. If you don't know this, I actually like Ursaring a lot. So when they released Ursa Luna, I was obviously pretty gassed. I think it's probably one of the better ones. I can't lie. Obviously, we love Mamoswine as well. But yeah, for me, I highly recommend going out to grab Legends Arceus. I think it's a very good game in terms of just being a different experience almost, and in that way it is a lot like the Gen 7 games, so deviating from the standard gyms and stuff. So Weirdeer, I do actually like the design of Weirdeer, to be fair. We're gonna put it in decent though. I don't think it hits quite the same level as the others. Ralts is obviously not very good. That is alright. Gardevoir is amazing, as is Gallade. There's a lot of Pokemon here. Yeah, maybe I should have just done the new Pokemon. And never been a fan of these ones. Pidoo is trash. Roselia is very good. Decent. Where's this book at? Barbo, Wishcash, Dusclops is actually good. Dusknoir, I guess goes in that tier as well. Chingling, Trimaco both here. Snorunt needs improving. Glalie is bang average. Frostlass is decent. But yeah, like I said, I definitely recommend picking it up. It's a very good game. Again, hope that the battle mechanics don't really stay. Because I think they could be quite detrimental to the Pokemon community going forwards. But yeah, overall, very good game. Definitely better than Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl, but I think that was the aim to begin with. I don't think it was ever supposed to be the other way around, which is probably why they outsourced it to Ilka. But yeah, a very good 3-4 months if you're a Pokemon fan, which I am, and most likely always will be. So yeah, I can't really complain. Two big games in the space of 3 months. Albeit I've been a little bit busy, so probably haven't enjoyed either to the fullest extent. But I've been very satisfied by how the game's gone out. These are all just Sinnoh Pokemon. The list is just getting massive. Yeah, I didn't realise how much there were. Yeah, I think the Sinnoh fossils are just bang average, isn't it? Sorry, Ada, but these are all super trash. For me anyway. Combi as well. Vespercoin is bang average. Pachirisu needs improving. Weasel is good. So obviously it has all the Sinnoh Pokemon, the Sinnoh National Dex Pokemon in it, which can be a little repetitive given we just had Sinnoh, but I don't think it detracts from the game too much. I think apart from the battle style and the fact that it can be just a little bit repetitive, probably puts this game a little bit down, which is unfortunate, I think, because yeah, I have been basically all I've done is explore, and I think that's sort of let down the experience because all I've had to do is catch Pokemon, which I know is the aim of the game, but I think it just, for me, it takes away from the experience a little bit because I am more of a traditional Pokemon player. I like the sort of structure that we had in Gen 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Mostly, I think those are like my favourite sort of periods between Ruby Sapphire and Ultra Sun and Moon. I think those are my favourite games, to be fair, including the remakes as well, obviously. Hard Gold Soul Silver are amazing. But yeah, I just think bring this go there. Yeah, I think it's just because I'm more used to being like, okay, do the gym, explore a little bit, and then sort of get to the next gym, do a little side mission to find the gym leader, etc. Carnivine is improving. It's a nice design, but Finneon, I don't mind Finneon and Finneon actually. They're not horrible. Snow average, bang average. Just cautious that we've been going a long time. So yeah, for me, these games probably only just slightly better than BDSP, because obviously we've got a new Pokemon, which is always a plus when you're doing a Pokemon game. I think it's super important that you do have new Pokemon in the game. To be fair, Dialga and Palkia are probably two of the only legendaries I actually consider using. I've actually not seen these in the game. I did look at the spoilers beforehand. I don't think the designs are fantastic. I can't lie. Definitely not Giratina Origin Form level. If you know what I mean. They look a bit similar to the Calyrex fusion stuff which they were doing. So I think in that sense it's probably let down a little bit. Now Regigigas is pretty sick, isn't he? Yeah, Regigigas can go amazing. This Giratina form isn't fantastic, but this one is goated. Cresselia is decent, yeah. Really decent. This one's trash. For me, this one's only slightly better. Darkrai is sick actually. Yeah, if you look at Darkrai, it's proper cool. Shaman, this one's kind of bad. Arceus is obviously God, so you know. Yeah, here we go. We move on to sort of the newer section of Pokemon. So yeah, if we talk about these for a bit, Oshawott for me has never really been my favourite star. Duwott is a lot better than Oshawott though. But I think for me, Hisui and Samurott is actually the best starter for me. Yeah, I think that's definitely had the biggest difference in terms of that. Petalil is improving, and they have done by giving it, in my opinion, what seems to be a pretty good Hisuian form. Again, Basculin usually is garbage, but they've introduced Basculegion now, which again for me puts it up. So yeah, for me, I think the new Pokemon introduced have really been good. I think the Hisuian Zoroark is probably going to be some of the biggest Pokemon in competitive play if they're able to get onto competitive. Rufflet's just here. I think Braviary isn't amazing. I think it's only decent. I did not think they were going to put a genie in if I'm going to be honest. Obviously, they're quite forgettable mons unless you did Black 2 White 2, where Dream Raider obviously helped them out. This form of Enamorus, which is what it's called, is decent. The other one for me is kind of garbage. It's here. We'll put that in actually. For me, that one's kind of garbage. I don't like it at all. It looks very, very odd. Bergmite definitely needs improving. Avalugg would also need improving, but Hisui and Avalugg, for me, I actually really, really like it. I think it looks fantastic. Goomy is obviously quite a good Pokemon already. Sliggoo doesn't look great, I can't lie. Hisui and Goodra doesn't look too different from the original, I'd have to say. Obviously, your boy Rowlet is like, yeah, Decidueye is probably my second favourite. Grass one. Dartrix is not, yeah, it's a common theme with me in grass types. The middle evolution is always the worst. Hisui and Decidueye probably had the biggest drop off, but the original Decidueye is goated, so I think it can quite comfortably stay in there. But yeah, that's our ranking of Hisuian, the Hisui Pokedex. I still haven't seen most of these Pokemon. Again, I recommend getting Legends Arceus because it is a pretty good game. But yeah, the next game I would like to see a return to the more contemporary and traditional form of Pokemon. But yeah, the last thing to say is that tomorrow will be the premiere of the first Johto episode of our Hardcore Generationlocke. I'm excited that that's going to be back. They were filmed quite a while ago, but the quality is a lot better than Fire Red, at least visually. In terms of audio, there was a little mishap. The game sounds and me talking over it has definitely impacted a little bit at times, but it should be okay. But yeah, anyway guys, that's going to be it for me. Look out for that premiere tomorrow. But until next time, peace.